Hi, welcome back to Tone with Harveen. Today we'll be doing a full body flow using no equipment at all. Let's get started in our tabletop position. We're gonna warm up with some nice cat-cows. Taking a deep breath in, dropping the belly button, lifting the gaze and the chest up as high as you can. And as you exhale, curving in, bringing the belly button in, arcing the back as much as you can, gaze towards your toes. Your knees are hip-width distance apart, and your shoulders, your hands and shoulders are aligned as well. Let's go for one more here. As you're coming back into tabletop, let's take the left arm under the right for a thread the needle. Take a few deep breaths here. And on your next inhale, let's lift up and switch sides. Let's come into tabletop. We're gonna go for a full thread the needle this time, but we're gonna add an arm extension and a lot quicker movement. So going into your thread the needle, just hovering, lifting up and opening up to the left side as high as you can, using your abs to come back in. Nice fluid movement and taking deep breaths in and out. Inhaling to lift and exhaling to come back down. Engaging the abs to help with the twist and the lift. Coming into center, let's do the same thing on the other side. And the last one, coming into center. Let's lift up off of our knees. We're in our bear hover, and we're going to do the same thing, opening up to the left, keeping the knees in a similar distance throughout the entire movement here, opening up to the side, coming back into center, and the other side. Keeping the abs tucked in, meaning pulling your belly button into your spine, keeping it flexed, and using it to help you move. And last one, let's come into center, staying lifted. We're gonna go into our bear hover squat, so lifting up and back down. Everything is staying still, abs are flexed. You're using the quads to lift and come down. You're hovering. Feeling it in your quads. And this will be our last one. Coming into tabletop, let's come onto our forearms. Legs are going to extend. You're into your plank, onto your hands, and down. One. Let's stay in our plank on our forearms. You're going to go into some spikes, squeezing the abs, lifting up, and coming back down. Trying to keep the back straight. All the power is coming from your abs. And last one. Coming into center, dropping down, quick little break off the forearms. And let's get back into same position. Into our plank on our forearms. We're gonna go for some hip dips and get some oblique ab workouts in. Onto our forearms, dipping each hip, just hovering. Last one on each side. And let's drop down off the forearms real quick. We're almost done with our plank series. Back on to our plank here. This time opening up to the left, coming back to center, and switching sides. Move the toes as you need to. And last one on each side. Let's come into center, dropping onto the knees, onto our hands, lifting the knees off the mat, curling the toes under, and we are in our downward dog. Pulse the knees. Deep breaths. Let's lift the left leg up, bend, open up to the left side. Let's hold this. Bringing that knee in between your palms and back up as high as you can. We're here for 8. This is one coming into center. Let's drop onto that foot, opening up to the right side. Back foot can be aligned with the short end of the mat. Holding this, deep breaths. Let's come on up into our warrior. Let's face forward, getting into our lunge position, shifting your weight and footing as you need. Both toes are pointing forward. Hands can go on your waist or at the center, and let's dip for 8 lunges. And 1. Coming up, shifting back. We're going to go backwards, back into our warrior. Trying to go as low as you can. Remember to have moved that back foot to match the short end of the mat. Coming forward. This time our palm is on the inside of our foot. Let's bring both hands down. One hand on each side of your foot. Lifting up back into your down dog with the one foot lifted. Bringing it down, we are in our down dog. And staying in this down dog, we're gonna do our down dog squats. This time, your legs are shifting backwards versus the bear hover, you were coming forward. We're here for 8. And 1. Let's come on down onto our knees, shifting into our tabletop position. Let's go for 4 donkey kicks straight up. Pelvis is aligned with the ground, and we're here for 4. And 1, staying up there. Let's come into the side, shifting your gaze to meet your knee for 4. And 1. Going back into your tabletop now. Let's combine the 2 movements and we'll be there for 8. Into our donkey kick, side, and up. That's 1. And 8. And let's drop the knee into our leg extension. Left leg is out. We're going to lift for 8. And 1. Coming into center. Now we're going to combine our leg lift with our extension all the way into bringing it to center and lifting off of our knee. It's going to look like this. We're going to extend that leg, lifting up as it comes into center. Your other knee is going to go straight. Your bent knee is going to come into your chest and back out. So let's go for 8. And 8. Let's come into center, knees pointing outwards. Let's go into a quick child's pose. Catching your breath, we're going to do the same thing on the other side now. So your palms are probably going to need a little break, getting off the knees, as you can see with this pose. right, let's come back into our tabletop position, shifting the knees, curling the toes under, lifting up into our down dog, knee stretch or knee pulses. Right leg lifting up, opening up to the right side, holding that. Bringing it in between your palms and up. We're here for 8. And 1. Bringing that knee forward, palm or foot between your palms. Let's open up to the left side now, shifting the back footing to be parallel with the short end of the mat. Let's come on up off that front hand into our warrior pose. Both arms lifted as low as you can. Let's shift our footing, ready for our squats. Both toes pointing forward. Hands can be on your sides or at the center. And let's go for 8 lunges. And 1. Let's come on down. This time your palms coming to the inside of your foot, shifting the back leg. And we're gonna go backwards. Oh, sorry, I actually forgot this one. Back here. All right, now let's go into coming forward on your palm in front of your foot. And palms on either side of your foot, shifting that back leg. And out. And back into your down dog. We are back into our down dog squats for 8. And 1. Let's come on down into our tabletop position. Right leg is going into 4 donkey kicks. Keeping the pelvis aligned with the ground. And now we're going to go into the side, shifting your gaze for 4. And 1. Coming back into our tabletop. Now let's combine those movements for 8. And 8. Coming into tabletop, we're into our leg extensions on the right leg for 8. And 8. Now we're going to combine those leg extensions with our lift. bringing it into our chest. Your right leg is going to be going from bent to straight. Let's go for our leg extension lift for 8. And 1. Coming into center, curling the toes under, we're into our downward dog. Shifting the weight forward, bringing the elbows in, lifting up into our cobra, staying hovered. Squeezing in into our down dog, pulsing the knees, and walking the toes forward as best as you can. If at any point you can't go anymore, just start to sit back. And we are going to go into some more abs now. So for the next one here, we're going to go into a V-sit toe tap if you want to make this as complicated or as advanced. If you want to make it a little bit simpler, sit back onto your forearms and do the same movements. For the more advanced one, we're going to go into our V-sit. Feet and knees are up, arms are going to be strong at your side, and let's toe tap. Knees and legs are zipped together. Squeezing in the abs. Careful not to dome. Coming up into your full 90-degree bend here. Taking deep breaths. Focusing on keeping still through your abs. Last one on each side. And let's come forward. Same thing, same position. Either you can be on your forearms or challenge yourself into a full V-sit. We are going to go for a leg extension. Legs are together, one leg's extending, and back into center. And the last one on each side. Into center and drop down. Let's do this one more time, except we're going to speed up. Knees are going to be in center, and just like that. Last one on each side. Coming into center, and let's drop down. Okay, into our last part of the V-sit. Toes are going to be in our knees are going to be in a 90-degree bend, lifted up. We're just going to go for some twists to make it less complicated. Keep your toes on the mat. Into our sit, V-sit, and twist. And last one on each side, into center, and let's drop down. Okay, let's come onto our back, laying down, hands behind our head. We're gonna go into some crunches, but as we do this crunch, we're going to twist, just keeping our shoulder blades off of the mat for each lift. So up, just like that, and back down, keeping your elbows out as far as you can, away from your ears and your head. Using your shoulder blades and abs to twist. And back to center. Let's go for some regular crunches now. We're going to be here for 12. Lifting up, squeezing the abs. Be careful not to dome as with all of our workouts. Let's come into center. We're going to go into our bicycle crunches now. Legs are up into our 90-degree bend. Hands back behind your head. And opposite elbow to opposite knee for 6 on each side. And last one on each side. Perfect, let's drop the knees. Let's roll on up. We're gonna go into our side plank, but on our knee. I'm on my left knee, right leg is extended. Back toe can be curled under into a wide stance, hands behind your head. We're gonna shift, lower ourselves over to the side, using our abs to lift ourselves back up. We're gonna be here for 8, focusing on balancing and using your abs for all of the movement. Let's go for 8. And 8. Let's come on down onto our left hand, keeping our right arm up and out. We're gonna go for leg lifts for 8. And we're gonna bring our leg into our chest for 8. Keeping the rest of your body still. And 8. Come on up into center and let's switch sides. Hands behind your head. And let's come on down for 8. And 1. Coming into center, sit back. Let's come onto our right hand. Arm is extended. 8 leg lifts. And 8. Into the chest for 8. Last one. Let's come on up into center, onto our knees, shifting the knees to gaze outwards. Let's sit back into our child's pose, rolling the wrists off of your palms, taking a deep breath in, and as you exhale, melting lower into the mat. On your next inhale, let's bring the left arm under the right. We're back into our thread the needles. Let's switch sides. We're in our cool down now, so taking control of our breath. Trying to go nice and slow and lowering our heart rate. Let's lift up into our tabletop, back to where we started. And let's dip our belly button down, shift our gaze up, deep inhale into our cat-cows. And as you exhale, pulling the belly button in, curving it. Hopefully you have much more movement now than you did at the beginning of the workout. And we're into tabletop. Let's curl the toes under into our final down dog. Shifting the weight forward into our plank, up and downward dog. Oh, sorry, cobra. This is our cobra. Lifting up, squeezing it into our down dog. Shifting the weight forward into our tabletop. Let's bring the knees forward, coming onto our back. Let's pull the knees into our chest. Little circles with our lower back. Extending the left leg, pulling the right knee in. And right knee over the left, shifting the gaze to the right side. Right arm is extended. Just in a nice twist here. We did a lot of obliques today. And let's pull that right knee back into chest, onto our back, and extending and switch sides. Left knee is being pulled into your chest. Over the right side, shifting the gaze to the left. Pulling the left knee into your chest, right knee into your chest as well. Little circles with our lower back. Gaining momentum to roll ourselves up. And roll up. We're into our cross-legged fold. Deep breath in, reaching up as high as you can. And exhale to center. Shoulders back. As far away from your ears as you can. Let's go for one more deep breath in, reaching up. And exhale to center. Sitting nice and tall. And you're all done for today. Let me know how you're feeling in the comments and what you want to see next time. See you.